Don't know, you know. I'm a lady on the first day of reggae dancehall, and me I bring to you and you and you. What me say? Jamaica from the outside. And Jamaica from the outside. And I'm me proud to be a Jamaican. But me say all of we barriers, them are broke down. All of we barriers, them are broke down. We are one united Jamaican. It again, it a spice up the soul.
Hey there, YouTube family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we're diving into the heart of Florida's Jamaican community. Come along with us as we explore why Florida is cherished, second home for Jamaicans, far and wide. You serve a lot of the Jamaican community. How do you find serving these Jamaicans?
Very nice to serve the Jamaicans. I mean, I didn't grow up here, but it's nice to have all the Jamaicans coming here. They're really friendly. They take this as this is their family. I'm closing the door. It's time to go home, and the shop is closed, and they expect you to come and let them back in.
Yes. They want that special service.
Special service. Because some of them don't go anywhere else. There's some people that don't go anywhere else. They just come here and do the shop.
Yes. Do you think it's because that they get the Jamaican products here while they come here?
Oh yes. There's some men that just come here. They don't want to go anywhere else. They don't want to go in the line. They don't like the line. They don't have the patience.
Yes.
So they just come here for one thing. They're Jamaicans. So.
Yes. And when they come and they're communicating with you, Miss Norma, do you find that they speak in the Jamaican Creole?
And Mama. And it's so nice to hear them. Refreshing.
Hi there. My name is Joan Edgehill, and I'm a Jamaican living in Central Florida. Now, prior to moving to Central Florida, I grew up in Jamaica and left there when I was very young, and my family went to England. I went to school in England, had my children there, and then eventually moved to Brooklyn, New York. From Brooklyn, New York, I moved here to Central Florida. Why did I do that, you might ask? I moved to Central Florida because I came to Florida on vacation. And I believe the first time we came, we went to Kissimmee, and we had an awfully wonderful time and visited all the sites and so on. But I was just so taken by the weather. The weather was beautiful and reminded me so much of my homeland. And so, to be quite honest, I started to think about ways, how could I just leave my job, pick up and leave my job as a stockbroker in New York and move here. And we did everything we could to get that done. And I actually did. In fact, they laughed when I told them that I was giving up my job at Fidelity Investments to move to Florida without a job. At the time, that's how taken I was by the weather and the reminder of how beautiful the sunshine is. And it reminded me of Jamaica, to be quite honest. So anyway, I did, packed up, moved. Thank God I was able to find employment at Charles Schwab, which is very similar to Fidelity Investments as far as stock brokerage companies are concerned. So I worked downtown as a stockbroker. Then I worked at the Maitland office as a broker, but that was more on the phone and customer service and so on. Later on, I became a teacher. So I'm now retired, and I feel as though I'm working far harder now than I did when I was actually being paid to work. Because I am the president of the Jamaican American Association. I'm also the vice president of This is Jamaica, and more recently, an ambassador for the Strength to Breathe. And I mention these important associations because each one of them is doing so much, not only to help people here in Central Florida, but to help young people in Jamaica, something that's very near and dear to my heart. Yes, so I've been living in Central Florida now for more than 30 years and absolutely love it. I will admit that when I go back home to Jamaica on vacation, I often think, Joan, you should just pack up now, go home, pack up your things, move back home, because it's Jamaica's calling me. Someone has that song, and it's true. And when you go home, there is a beauty about Jamaica that I don't think any other place on earth has. But then you come back and reality, sets in, and you say, well, you still have to consider healthcare and other things, that are not as easily attained in Jamaica as it is here. So I think vacationing will be what I'll be doing. Now, as far as my culture, I continue my culture. Really, very little has changed. In fact, maybe I'm more involved in cultural things than I used to be, because when you're there, it's automatic. But when you move away and you're part of the diaspora, you find yourself, doing things to bring your culture to you and to meet with people. And that's why I joined the Jamaican American Association, where we have functions, we celebrate our independence, we have all types of Caribbean type events and cultural events where we discuss cultural history and such. So yes, that's very important to me. I love Jamaican food still, thank God. We're able to get that. We're able to cook it for ourselves. It's pretty easy to attain. The only thing I really miss is some good mangoes. I don't see the range of mangoes. I guess it's difficult for them to send it. The range of mangoes that we had in Jamaica, or even the range of fruit. We had so many plums and cherries and things like that. I miss that. I miss the fruit. I haven't, perhaps down south, I'd be able to get some June plum and such, but here in Orlando, not so much. But we do have mangoes, thank goodness. Yes, and so not just food, but we have, a lot of culture, the music and so on. I'm still able to enjoy all of those things. By the way, I saw the new Bob Marley movie and loved it. It was very good. I did feel, though, that there were some things left out that I would have liked to see, but you can't have everything in 2 hours, can you? But yes, thank you for listening. I am a Jamaican, as I said, living in Central Florida and loving it. Thank you. God bless.
I wanna go back to Jamaica.
Know how you feel, baby girl. All right. I know you wouldn't want feeling good. Jamaica is calling.
I wanna go back to Jamaica. I can go another day.
Tell me when you're
I
ready.
gotta go right away.
Don't go away. Jamaica, to feel in a paradise, my love.
Okay, guys, I'm here with Claude. Claude is the owner and operator of Caribbean Traders in Tampa. Everybody in Tampa knows Claude, but I'm going to let Claude introduce himself and tell you about his business and how the support from the Jamaican community has been. Claude, how are you today?
I'm good.
Good. How long have you been operating here in Tampa, Claude?
We started in 95. So it's about 32 years, About over 30 years
Okay,
we've been doing this.
okay.
Yeah.
And most of the persons who support you are Jamaicans, I think. Is that correct?
I would certainly think that, but we're Caribbean people, so we don't separate the islands as such. But the island people on the whole, all the island people, and yeah, and especially the Jamaicans, they give full support. Full support.
Yes. And why is it that you find that they come here, Claude? Why do you think they
The secret of business is to provide what the customer needs. So I'll drive to Miami to pick up what the customer wants because the last stuff is not in Tampa. That's in Miami. You understand?
Okay.
So it helps me to go to Miami and get the stuff back for them, and they look forward to it, and then they keep on coming because they know you have them at heart.
Yes.
You have the things
yes.
that they want.
Yes, yes.
You're right.
And I know you sell a lot of Jamaican produce, Claude.
Lot.
So when people come here, they buy these products.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Of course.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And one of the things I notice when they come, they talk just the same as they talk in Jamaica.
Well, they come for it's like this shop is like a museum, it's like a library, it's like a community place where we meet. People come here, they meet old school mates, they meet people they met in Boston, they meet people they met in New York, in Toronto. People run into people that people run into people that they know from up north, because most Jamaicans don't come and start in Florida. They start in New York, Boston, places like that. So
Yes.
so when they come in, they run into people every day. Somebody run into somebody they know. And
Yeah. So right here in Tampa, then, Claude, would you say that there is a Jamaican community here in Tampa?
large community, yes, of course.
Mm-hmm. And one of the things that they come here for is the food, you think? The food that you sell?
Well, absolutely, it's a store, so that's where they get
Mhm.
their provision. Their yams and their organic food and stuff like that. Their oxtail and their goat and stuff. That's why they come here.
You sell all of those things here.
Absolutely.
So most of the things that they would use to prepare their Jamaican dishes.
Well, what would this bring Jamaica to Tampa, basically?
I love that.
You understand what I'm saying? So
I love that.
they're not homesick. They don't miss home. They feel homely when they come here. I talk Jamaican, and they love that. People, they're where they want to be. So those are the things that brings them here and keep them here. And they come in, they spend hours in here sometimes.
Yes. Yes. And even the music out front. I noticed that even when we come up, we hear the Jamaican
they like
music.
they like to see that, yeah, because it's culture.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And Jamaicans like their culture. They like to have everything that they left in Jamaica. They like to recover it.
Yes. Absolutely.
Anywhere they go, they do that.
Anything else of note that you want to mention, Claude, regarding the Jamaicans here, or
They're just extremely loyal, and all they want from you is to make sure that you're polite and treat them with respect and get the stuff that they want. And even if you don't get it, make an effort to get it. You know what I'm saying?
yes.
So
Yes.
I find my clients very, very relaxed when they come here. They're very relaxed. They're comfortable. They dance to the music and they're happy shopping.
Yes.
So
But everybody knows Claude.
well, I
Everybody
should.
knows.
Well, I hope so.
In the diaspora, preserving Jamaican culture isn't merely an option. It's a responsibility, a commitment to honor the traditions passed down through generations. We become ambassadors, sharing our traditions with the world and inviting others to partake in the richness of our heritage.
Play the music, sweet, no matter what you do, you can't get through.